welcome back to another video. I'm Jada.
I'm Jerome.
And we are building our dream house in Jamaica. Now, the last time that we spoke to you guys, we did an update of where we are in that building process. So we will do that again today.
Yep.
As well as a cost of materials. So in this video, we're going to talk about where we are in the building process, as well as the experiences that we had with the tractor man.
Yes.
Yes, so if that is interesting to you, please keep on watching and make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Alright, so we wanted to use a tractor to do the backfilling of the property, right? So, you know, backfilling is basically reclaiming. Like, you can use sand, or you can use dirt, or you can use marl, right? Whichever you plan to use, or whichever you choose to use, right? So we use marl. So the marl basically was coming from a factory nearby. So this tractor guy, right, it's a whole episode. So this tractor
I also want to say that we also, not only did we do backfilling with the dump, we also dug out 2 more rooms in the basement, as well as the water.
Right.
The
water tank.
The water tank.
Right.
Yeah, so we did backfilling with the dump, as well as digging out 2 rooms in the basement. And the basement originally was not part of the plan, but because of the scope of the land, we were able to get the basement included, and we had to do the water tank. And at this time, we decided not to do the cesspit because of really financial reasons, and we didn't need it as of yet. So we were like, okay, we'll do this at another time.
So, yeah, so we were basically calculating how we're going to do it, and we just take strategic steps of how we're going to finish this dream house, right? So as I was saying before, so if a tractor man is watching this video right now, just take my advice, because what I'm about to say is something a lot of persons are experiencing in Jamaica. So
and not just tractor men, all different type of tradesmen, just
right across the board.
Yes,
right across the board are experienced. So this tractor guy, right? I get this tractor guy referral from a friend. So this friend sent me his number. So when I contacted this tractor guy, he said to me that he can be at the property the same day to do a site visit, right? So he went there, he looked at the property with the contractor, and then he said, all right, I am going to come to the property and do the work on Saturday, right, in the same week. So he came on the Wednesday, then to do the site visit, then he said he's going to come on the Saturday. Okay, I hold him to his words. All right.
Mind you, and our contractor is in Spanish Town.
Right.
And our property is located in Manchester. So it's quite a ride for him to drive with the workmen to the site on the toll. And we're waiting for the tractor man, the original one, to meet the contractor there. So we're having to schedule between the contractor and the tractor guy. So I just want to point that out there, because we're holding this tractor man to his word for Saturday.
Right. So we were holding this guy to his word for Saturday. So the Saturday, something came up for the contractor. He was busy, and so we rescheduled again. So he was like, okay, I'm doing some work, so for somebody else. I'm not sure who is that. And then he said Monday, he will come on Monday. Okay, Monday come, he didn't show up, right? I call him, keep on calling him. He said he's going to come the Tuesday. Tuesday come called me, say he can't come because he haven't finished the work he's currently doing. So I was like, okay, all right, cool. I can't rush the process because he's giving me a good deal, right? So not knowing that this guy is basically holding me up in the process of keep on delaying my work. So
and then the thing about it is that the customer service just wasn't there, because Jerome would call him and say, all right, can you come Tuesday? No answer. Calling, texting, no response.
Nope.
And then eventually he'll respond and say, okay, I'll come on this day. You call him on this day, no response.
No response. So we just basically, like, this went on for like a whole month.
Yeah, it went on for a whole month, and during this time, we could not continue working, right? The contractor said we have to wait on the tractor because the work that we have to do is for the basement. It doesn't make sense to continue to lay blocks for the main upstairs ground floor structure,
right,
and not finish the basement and doing the water tank. So for about 1 month, we were just waiting on this tractor, to the point where Jerome was frustrated. I was frustrated, because it's like, we're not begging you for charity work. We want you to do the job and we want to pay you. Give us a timeline. If you can't do it for 2 months, at least say, hello, I can't do it because I'm busy. Give me at least a month. But because you want to hold on to us as clients,
right,
you don't want to let us go and communicate. Communication is everything. So it got to the point where I told Jerome, you know what you need to tell him? Tell him if he cannot do it, recommend somebody who can, because we need to move on.
Right. So, as Jada was saying, recommend somebody to for us to move on. So he was basically telling me behind my back to the truck guy that's bringing in the dump that
mind you, they all know each other.
Right. So everybody is in this one area.
Yeah.
So the tractor guy who literally did the work for me is a friend of his, right? So when
the original tractor guy told, you didn't finish, what did he tell the trucker? And the trucker is the guy who is bringing in the backfill, the sand, the gravel, all of that stuff. So again,
so he basically told the tractor guy who actually did the work that we had issues with trucking to bring the dump. So when I spoke,
mind you, no issue whatsoever.
No issue whatsoever.
This truck guy, I feel it's so tractor guy. There's so many guys. The truckman who brings in the sand, gravel, dump, stone dust, all of that has been so great. Him and his father, Jerome can call him, text him, and they're there at the same time. He can send them money. They're there the same day. So there was never an issue with the truck man. But because basically there was another tractor man in the vicinity who was telling the original tractor man, let me get to work. What's going on with them? But because the original tractor man wanted to hold on to Jerome as a client, he was telling the other tractor man of the vicinity that we're having problems with the truck man,
right,
because he didn't want to say, all right, the problem is really me.
Right. So we say all this to say this. We were really frustrated at the time because, I mean, every day I keep calling you.
You don't answer.
You don't answer. You don't text me back and whatever. Remember, as Jada said before, we are not begging you to do this work.
Right.
You are actually gonna get paid. All right. Mind you, I don't know these persons. These persons don't know me. But for one thing for sure, I can tell you about this truck guy. He was referred to me from my niece. But I can tell you, as I said before, I don't know him, he don't know me, but we talk on the phone, and every time I send him money, believe me, he delivers.
Right.
Whatever I need, whatever, if it's sand, dump, steel, you name it, everything for a construction site, he will deliver it for me. Because what? He's running a business, and one day he look at me and said, look, let me tell you something. I'm running a business. I don't run joke with people money, because at the end of the day, what is it gonna cost me to steal somebody money while I'm running my business? Because,
and then you know that they're not gonna refer you to anybody.
Right.
They won't use you again, and you'll have a bad reputation.
Right. They're not gonna use you, because what? If somebody come to me and say, "Do you know a truck guy?" I'm going to tell you, I don't know anybody, because I've get bitten by a truck guy before, so I'm not gonna recommend this person.
Yep. And so basically what happened with this tractor guy, the original, I told Jerome one day, I'm fed up. Tell him no deal. Either you refer us or we're moving on. So anyway, he referred us to another tractor man in the area. This tractor man, again, already knew that this construction was going on in the area, because he has 4 tractors at his, I don't know, his house or whatever.
His house or wherever.
And he was like, I need some work. So the same day that Jerome reached out to him, this man was like, I will have the tractor there the same day. Mind you, we have been waiting on a tractor for over a month. So when he said the tractor would be there the same day, I'm like, this must be a scam or something. But it was not.
It was definitely not a scam. This guy was so professional. We talked, and he was like, oh, this tractor guy was telling me, his friend was telling him that, oh, we're having issues with the truck and all of that for a whole month. And this guy was like, he told me he bring one of his tractor to near where we're building our house, right? For 1 week, he said he had the tractor close by, just in case he got the call that we are ready to do the tractor work, to do the backfilling, right? And he said he took back the tractor to his house or wherever he stored his tractors, right? And I was like, no, we didn't have any issue with, our issue was scheduling everybody on the same day, because I don't have enough space to put the dump, because we had, as Jada was saying before, we did some work in the back to dig out the foundation for the basement and the tank. So the tractor had to go in the back first before it comes to the front. So when the tractor is at the back of the property, then we can bring in the dump. So we don't block the tractor around the back of the property, right? So that was going on, and I was like literally fed up. I wanted to give up. I wanted to just throw everything out and just pack a bag and just go to Jamaica and get things done. But in the meantime, we were trying to reach out to a company.
Yes.
So we tried to get a company. They called A1. Yeah.
And you know, they were very responsive as well, very professional. The only reason why we ended up not going with A1 was because this guy just worked out to be faster. So A1 had a wait list of 6 persons before us, and this tractor man was ready the same day. So
right. So we just
about the same cost. You know, let's talk about cost now.
Right.
So keep in mind there were 3 tractor companies or persons that we spoke with and got quotes from. The first one was the guy that could never get on the phone. What were his fees?
So his fees was $8,000 per hour.
No, I thought he said it was $120,000 to do the
so for the first guy, so the first guy was charging me $140,000 just to dig out a 2-foot tank with 2 rooms at the basement, right?
And then how much was he charging for the backfill?
So for the backfill, it would charge me $8,000 per hour.
Right. So all right, so $120 for the tank and the 2 rooms plus $8,000 an hour.
Right.
Okay, now for A1, how much were they?
So for A1, it's $8,000 per hour, but they start charging you as the equipment left their property. So as
leaves the property.
Right, leaves the property. So as they leave the property, then they will start charging you. So in that time frame, the tractor guy that was keep delaying us, he was basically charging us $8,000 per hour as well.
But the
Yes.
one that was delaying us was charging $8,000 an hour plus the $120,000 for the tank.
Okay.
That's important to note, because how many hours does it take to do a tank plus the room? So 120 divided by 8, you can do the math. That could really rack up to a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the third person that we actually used charged $5,000 transport fee.
Right.
And that's to take it with the police escort to take it from his home to our property, plus how much was he hourly?
So he was $8,000 hourly, and he did 8 hours.
So how much in total did you pay?
Let me check it. Let's see.
You don't remember?
8,000 times.
64,000.
Charging like.
No, didn't he work 2 days?
Yeah, he worked 2 days. So
So 16 hours.
no.
Okay, hold on, everyone. Jerome's going back to his.
So I have everything written down here.
And I need to add that as well. Again, guys, I need to add this to my spreadsheet. So I have a spreadsheet where I know all of the costs that we paid so far, as well as how much money has been sent. And this is one cost that I have not added to the spreadsheet.
So for the 2 days, he charged us $72,000.
Okay, so that was $72,000, and that includes digging out the 2 rooms in the basement, the water tank, and backfilling was $72,000. Mind you, the first person who was delaying us the most was going to be charging $120,000 just to do the tank and the 2 rooms, plus $8,000 an hour for backfilling. So not only were we able to get it at way less of a cost, but this person was so professional and was there the same day, which was a weekend. Yeah,
it was a weekend, but overall the total cost came up to $122,000 because we had to pay him $50,000 first. Remember, we had to
pay he wanted a deposit.
Right.
So that was 72 plus 50 is how much?
122.
122.
Right.
So it still came out cheaper.
It still came out cheaper than the first guy. So the first guy is basically for the 122, we would just pay him for just the tank and the 2 rooms. So we'd get a whole lot done.
Yes.
Just for that price.
And then in terms of the dump, so we needed how many loads of dump?
So we did
7.
Yes, 7 dump because we already had one.
We already had one,
right.
And it was what was the cost? $22,000 per load, right?
Yeah, no, $20,000 per load.
So $20,000 per load times 8 essentially, because we already had one. So right. That's when they did the backfilling, that he did 8 loads of dump into the foundation of the building. And for the basement, we did not need the dump because it's already at the level, right? So now we're going to discuss where we are in the building process, because as we just noted, we did not do any work for about a month because of this tractor debacle. But now we are back at it and we're back working, and the men are literally going there tomorrow. So where we are right now, number 1, we are working on completing the basement, right? We're not going to lay any more blocks for the ground floor until the basement is done. The basement right now is 3 bedrooms and 1 bath, right?
Yes.
And thanks to our amazing contractor, Omar, it's 3 bedrooms. And I told Omar, do not add not 1 more bedroom to this basement because I want to finish this house while I'm still alive. Don't add nothing else to this basement.
So, just to give you a little backstory. So, when I was thinking about doing the architectural plan, right? My architect, right? looked, because he's familiar with the property and everything. So I was like giving him the layout of what I want, and then he was like, I know this property, you are going to have a basement. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure the land is very flat and everything. Little did I know, when my brother was telling me that you are going to have a basement, I was like, no. The land is pretty flat. But now, here we are today, having 3 rooms, bathroom and kitchen in a basement.
And dining room.
And in a basement. So,
and the thing is, because of the slope of the land, it has a downward slope.
Right.
So you're able to have that basement because of the slope. And it's, you know, a mountainous terrain. If you guys know Mandeville, Manchester, you know, it's slopey. So there will be a basement at this property, and it will be 3 bedrooms. And our hope for this property is either to, for the basement, is either to have a long-term rental or short-term Airbnb. We'll see then, but I'm hoping that we can finish the basement so we're able to stay there while we're building up the other part, right? So it originally started as a 2-bedroom basement unit, but when Omar started doing the line out for the water tank, he realized we can get another bedroom, so here we are with a 3-bedroom. So I'll insert some clips into this, right? But where we are with it now is that you're starting to see the formation of the windows and the doors, which is so exciting to see. So Amar told me last night, and I feel so bad because I call him every day because I'm excited. But anyway, Omar told me last night that another month and we can start the decking, right? And he's saying that actually, if they have one good week of straight working Monday through Saturday, then we'll be ready for decking, because all we need to do is do the lintels, the belting, and then do the decking for both the water tank and the basement. Right. So that's very exciting.
Yes, it is. So we just want to continue work on this dream house, because I know it's going to look very, very nice, and we are going to keep you guys updated as we go along in the construction.
And then we also will have to obviously do the cesspit. But my biggest thing right now is finishing the basement, because I would really like to stay there for Christmas this year without having to get an Airbnb, because the last time we got an Airbnb, I think it was about $2,000 a week. So I would like to use that money in our house instead to maybe you know, do the flashing and rendering or whatever. So I really believe that we can get this done. My biggest concern right now is the decking. Everybody knows decking takes money, and we've already decided that we're going to use the premix because of the consistency of the premix. You know, when you do it by hand, the consistency can be different, and I don't want to risk it, especially since this would be the floor of the above unit. So
right. And the one other pro of using the premix is basically it's faster.
Yeah.
Instead of using, you know, manual labor, it's really faster. I think the concrete is mixed better.
Yeah, the consistency is consistent throughout.
Right. Anytime
you use the hand mix, we're humans, right? It's not going to be the same as what a machine can do. So, and I think it works out a little bit cheaper as well. I mean, I've never built a house before. This is just what I'm learning through testimonials and seeing YouTube and talking to the contractor. So it seems like it will also work out cheaper to do the premix. So
yes, definitely it will.
Yep. So this house just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and right now I think it's 7 bedrooms. So yeah, so we're gonna finish the 3-bedroom basement, and we will, like Jerome said, keep you all updated as we go along and tell you about what we are going through, and keep us in your thoughts, and make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Stay tuned for more.